Girl my age called my phone on my birthday and told me we had the same father. Her name was Deja. She was 22, same as me, which meant the math worked out to something I really didn't want to think about on a Tuesday morning while I was still in my pajamas. She had found my name through my grandmother's obituary, which listed my dad as a surviving relative. Deja's mom had kept his name in a box of documents she never opened. When her mom got sick last year, Deja finally opened the box. She was not angry at me. That was the first thing I noticed. She wasn't calling to blow up my life. She was calling because she had spent a year trying to decide whether to call at all, and she figured if anyone deserved to know the truth, it was the two of us. We talked for 3 hours that first day. By the end of it, she felt less like a stranger and more like someone I had been missing without knowing what I was missing. My dad's name is Gerald. He had told my mom before they got married that previous relationship had ended badly and there were no children. He told that story so many times it had become smooth and settled in the family like a piece of furniture everyone stepped around without noticing. Deja's mom had told her dad had wanted nothing to do with them, which was its own kind of lie shaped to fit the same hole. We compared what we knew. Date the city of the stories. Everything lined up in the way that things do when the truth has been sitting there all along waiting for two people to finally compare notes. Deja and I decided together that we were going to a family event before we told him we were coming. My cousin Lynette was hosting a birthday party for my aunt in 6 weeks. Lynette knew the situation because I had told her everything within 48 hours of Deja's call. She invited Deja, who came with me. My dad saw us walk in together and the color left his face in a way I had never seen before. He tried to manage it privately, pulling me aside, speaking low and calm like he could talk us into a smaller version of what was happening. Deja stood in the middle of Lynette's living room and introduced herself to my aunts with complete composure, explaining how she had found us and what she knew. My aunts are not small women in any sense of the word. They had questions. They had a lot of questions. The kind that come out in a living room full of family where there is nowhere to go and no way to reroute the conversation. My dad did not have good answers. What he had was years of practice deflection that stopped working the moment two of his daughters stood next to each other and looked almost exactly alike around the eyes. The truth came out fully that evening. Not just to me and Deja, but to every aunt, every cousin, and my mom, who found out by phone later that night when my Aunt Rochelle called her. That part was its own separate conversation with its own separate wreckage. Deja and I drove home together afterward. We got food and sat in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant for an hour not saying much. At some point she laughed at something small and I laughed too, and it felt like exhaling after holding your breath for a very long time. We came to my actual birthday dinner the following weekend. My mom set a place for her without being asked. She fit at the table like she had always been supposed to be there, which, as it turned out, she had.